It's David the Bugeye Guy with a short video about Byron. Byron is this beautiful restored car. There's the car as it sits today. Of course, this picture was taken about 10 years ago, but it looks this way today. It's a gorgeous, lovely restoration, and done a little bit of forensics to try and put together the story of this car, because it didn't come with a lot of documentation, but in many ways there's far more documentation than what I get with most of these cars. Now here's what's really cool. This was in the car, the importer's statement of origin. Now if you look at the old Bugeye ads back in the 50s, you'll see Hambro Corporation. So Hambro was the main distributor. They apparently sent the car to Royalston in Philly, and that was on June 6th of 1960. Again, this is a 61 Bugeye. Now, from June till October, I guess the car sat in Philly. It then was transferred to LeBron and Son of Waterloo, New York, and that's right near Syracuse, New York, out in the Finger Lakes region. And so that was in October 7th. It went from Royalston Distributors to LeBron in Syracuse. Now, I googled LeBron, which is the power of today's internet with this old stuff. It's kind of an interesting mix, but LeBron, it turns out, is a family dealership out in the Syracuse area, so it has been since 1960, and that would mean that they used to sell BMC vehicles, and they would have sold this Bugeye then sometime in the early 60s. Again, we don't know how long it sat there. Now, fascinating part of the story is really that I purchased the car from the Syracuse area. So the owner that had it there restored the car there. Here's a photograph that was in the car, and apparently this is the way the car looked when he purchased it. It had been changed to white. Now, it was originally green. We know that partly because here's a photograph of the back of the dashboard, and it's great that the restorer shot this. This says green. It does show the correct VIN number in yellow crayon there. It's a little hard to see in the video, but then it also says REV, WW, and MPH. Tachometers were optional for Bugeyes, although almost all the US bound cars had them. And of course, US bound meant MPH, not kilometers, for the Speedo. It was originally then this leaf green color, and now we've established the car went into western New York, or central New York, in the 60s and stayed there, and then was restored. Now, here are also some pictures of the restoration. He attacked all that white paint. He knew he needed to get back to green. Stripped the bare metal on the body, turned the tub upside down so he could repair the floors, and then primed the tub. You can see he's working away at patching any holes that might have been there or any issues with the body. Although it does look, I should say, pretty solid in this picture. You don't see any issues in the rockers, but it was a flip forward nose. I can tell by the fasteners. So now as you get from the tub being primed here, he went on to the nose. He removed this entire valence panel, which perhaps was because of the flip forward, perhaps because of some rust, and there's a new valence installed. And then here we can see him in his paint booth spraying the nose and the door, and then here is also the painted tub. You can see there's no interior and no engine installed, but he's got the heater in place. The guy did an excellent job, and this was the end result. So there we have the story of Byron, our leaf green Bugeye, from BugeyeGuy.com.